What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Last week I said we were going to do a rescue video on a bug that me and my buddies pulled out of the woods, but plans have changed and we must adapt. So yeah, looks like the vehicle needs to be rescued again, but I think we'll get back onto the 64. We're going to do throttle cable, clutch cable, do some of the brake work, and get back in the garage, get warm. Alright guys, we're back in the garage, we're warm. This is kind of where we left off in the last video. If you remember, we put the transmission in, and remember we didn't order tranny mounts. So those are ordered, they should be here soon. Today, I think we'll get on some of the little stuff. Throttle cable, clutch cable, pull the brakes apart in the front, rebuild those. I think I'll pull the wheels off and put the backing plates on a bench and set up a camera so you guys can see it better. So I'll get that going, and we'll bring you back when we're all set up. Alright guys, so we got the backing plate off. It's held into the spindle by these 3 screws here. First thing we're going to do is just pop this brake line off, just so we can set it flat on the bench here. Once you get that off, flip it over. We have all new parts, so we're just gonna snip these springs. Make sure you're wearing your eye protection. Like so. Pull these parts out. After that, they do make a tool for this, but if you don't have it, something like this will work. Just gonna line these pins up. There's little grooves in the spring plate. They pop right off. That should free up. This stuff's really old, so might be a little stuck in there. Probably hasn't been touched for 25 years. So you get that stuff off. You want to pull your wheel cylinder out. That's going to be right here. I think it's a 13. Yep. Just loosen that bolt. Just hold on to the bolt. I don't believe the new wheel cylinders come with them. You could just pop that out. Hopefully you can see that. You'll be left with this. These here are your adjusters. These look like they're seized up, so we're gonna pull them out, clean them up a little bit. Right. So let me get those pulled out, cleaned up, and we'll bring you back. Got the adjusters out. I didn't film it, and I'm glad I didn't. No one should have to see a human being suffer like that. But here's the adjusters. So what I'm going to do is just slap them in the vise, just run a tap tap through the stars here and just run a dye over these, chase the threads, get them all cleaned up. Then I'll soak them in some parts cleaner and start putting it back together. Chased all the threads on the adjusters. Everything's working nice and smooth in and out, so that's what you want. Makes adjusting your brakes that much easier. So we got them in the fancy lower class parts washer. We'll leave them in there for about 40 minutes. I'm gonna clean up the backing plate and just get some paint on it, get it ready for reassembly, and we'll bring you back when that's done. Well, that stuff's drying. We're gonna get the cables in. We got some Wolfsburg West cables. If you don't know what Wolfsburg West is and you're into Volkswagens, get your life together. And we're using white lithium grease too, just to help lubricate it. On the tube inside the tunnel here. I just spray a little bit as I'm pushing it in. I also go to the back and just spray some down the tubes. Let it just sit there for now. Same thing, Wolfsburg West throttle cable. It's the same idea. This one you don't have to grease quite as much. That's it, cable's installed. Easy enough. Alright, backing plate's all dry. We got the adjusters back in. They're all loose. I went ahead and put the wheel cylinder in. It's just a 13mm bolt here. Next we're going to put the shoes in. The way I like to do it is, get this big spring in here. Set one up. Just line them up into the grooves of the adjuster and the wheel cylinder like that. A small one goes down here. Get something to pull it in. Just like that. Next, you're gonna put the springs that hold the shoes in place. Pin just goes through the back and through the shoe. After that, you're gonna do a spring and a retaining clip. They make a tool for this, but I don't think anyone's actually ever seen one in person. So we're just gonna make work with what we have. Just like that. You want to just spin that. And it'll kind of pop into its groove. Then you just want to do the other side. Same thing, you got your pin, spring, retaining clip. Like so. It's gonna look something like that when you're done. Alright, it's Sunday morning. We went ahead and completed the other side of the brake assembly off camera. I had to drop the drums off at a buddy's shop just to get turned. They were in pretty rough shape, so we did that yesterday. Still got to clean up the trailing arms and spindles and stuff anyway, so we'll get on to that. It's Sunday morning at time of recording this, and the tranny mounts will be here tomorrow. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I just wanna say thank you to anybody watching it. Subscribe if you like what you see, and we'll see you next week.